You're doing business in Toronto, and now you think that it's a time to bring on your first employee. This can be one of the most exciting steps in your startup journey, but there are a few employment law related rules that you need to know beforehand. Getting it wrong can cost you time, money, and even your company's reputation. In today's video, I'll walk you through the essentials every startup founder should know before hiring an employee. First, you have the option to bring on someone as an employee or as a contractor. Apparently, when people get to know about that, they can also bring on somebody as a contractor and they learn about the basics and they get to know that you don't have to pay a regular salary, you can pay a lump sum payment, you don't have to deduct taxes and withhold and report to CRA. So it typically seems an easy option. And you don't know the pitfalls, and sometimes the founder gets into a CRA audit, and CRA classifies that person as an employee, despite of the fact that the company hired that person as a contractor and they did that contractor agreement. And the main reason is that CRA does not agree with a few factors. If you have hired somebody and you are in control of his hours of work, or if he relies on income from your company, uh, and he is under your control, he works under your control, then even if you have done a contractor agreement, CRA won't agree with you, and they would penalize the company for classifying an employee improperly, and they will deduct all the taxes that should have been deducted. So this is a very important step that one has to consider very carefully, that if they are bringing on somebody as an employee or a contractor, they should know the distinction. Number two is employment contract. It People sometimes don't care about this. They just think that a simple handshake or just a verbal discussion is fine. But it's always good to have a written employment contract, and an ideal is to get it drafted by a lawyer, or at least a lawyer can review it. Um, the things that are clear in an employment contract are typically job roles, compensation, benefits, termination, intellectual property and ownership, and confidentiality. You have not drafted these things properly, uh, it is possible that in a later stage, BSA and common law come into play, and the company or the employer may have to pay heavy fines or severances. So instead of downloading a sample templates online, it's always good to get it reviewed by a lawyer. Number three would be compliance of Employment Standards Act. This generally covers about minimum wage, hours of work, overtime pay, public holidays, and vacation entitlements. Even if your employee has agreed to work for long hours, you still need to follow those ESA limits, or you can risk complaints of labor. Number four is workplace policies. As soon as you hire an employee, the Government of Ontario requires policies on things like workplace harassment and health and safety. You don't need a 100-page handbook for this, but you do need a clear, legally compliant policies that your employee can acknowledge in writing. This protects both you and your company and your employees. And number fifth is payroll and record keeping. You'll need to register with CRA for payroll account, deduct income tax, CPP, and EI, and issue T4 at the year end. You also need to keep accurate records of hours worked, wages paid, and vacations taken. These aren't just best practices, they are legal requirements. So, to sum up, I would say that Number one, decide correctly between contractor and employee. Number two, use proper employment contract. Number three, you follow Ontario's ESA. Number four would be put workplace policies in place. And number five would be stay on top of payroll and the record keeping. Hiring your first employee is an exciting thing, but getting the legal side right will set your startup for growth, stability, and fewer headaches down the road. Yeah, I've given a link in the description. You can also book a free initial consultation with us, and we can guide you through according to your personal circumstances. And lastly, if you found this helpful, please hit like and subscribe for more insights on building your business the right way. Thank you very much.